Okay, so I finally cut all the pieces I need. I left a little bit of wiggle room for after I attach them all, so I can finally take one final swipe. The flag is, it's 13 stripes and 13 stars to represent, you know, the original 13 colonies. I thought I could have used this as a stencil, but it's just a little too big. And yeah, just a little too big, so I'm gonna have to downgrade a little bit and print something out, but should be about there. I flipped all the boards over, and now I'm measuring for back braces to attach all the boards together. Okay, that is the first brace. Solid. I don't think it's gonna go anywhere. I'm gonna put 3 on here. Let's see if I can. One in the middle, the other on the end. I did put boards around the edge here also as like a frame for it, so that it will kind of encase the flag itself after it's all said and done. So that went pretty well. The stain, because it's paint, you know, I don't care what they say, it's paint. It's so thick that it really didn't bleed that much and doesn't soak into the wood that much, so the tape did pretty well. And if it was thinner, I probably would have done what seems to be everyone else does. They put little cuts in the wood here, and then put like razor blades so that the stain doesn't bleed over into this area. The only problem I had with that was right there and a little bit in between, and that's just because there was a wrinkle in the tape, I believe, and that's the only real reason that it actually bled. Otherwise, you can see how crisp that line is. It's pretty spot on. And yeah, I just gotta let that dry, and then I'll tape up the rest for the red. But oh, and I didn't need to do the side, but I had a lot of the stain still in the brush, so I figured when I do put the side pieces on, that it will it'll help blend in better and make it look more authentic, if you will. So yeah. too shabby. Not bad at all, just for taping. Now all I need is the stencil for that, and then stain for the outer perimeter frame. And then it's finish time. Okay, so today is stain the outer perimeter pieces day. It's a bit chilly out, so that's pretty much all I'm doing. I did print out a rough copy of, I tried to size up the graphic that will go on it, the stars and the establishment date, if you will. It's a little bit small, so I'm gonna have to just size it up a bit. It'll be on 2 sheets, I think, and just a hair bigger, and it will be perfect. So yeah, I've already taped off the 2 top and bottom here just to protect from the other pieces getting any stain on it. And I'm gonna do the side pieces separate because they still need to be trimmed to size. They just need to be shortened up a bit, I believe. Or maybe it's just the one. Yeah, this one's just a little long. Just a little bit long. But yeah. So using dark walnut. And I'm just gonna use a foam brush. And yeah, get it going. Alright, so I'm putting the frame piece on and this is pretty much what it takes. 2 of these clamps here to keep it flush with the flag, and then these 2 keep it tight. And it's starting to look great. So yeah, screwing them in. Got two holes drilled over there. 4 screws total. Yep. It's coming along. Okay, so stencil never seems to go the way I want it to. I did separately the 1776. I did like on a thicker piece of glossy coated cardboard, and it just kind of bled through underneath, so I had to touch it up, try to make it look kind of decent with the paintbrush I have. And the stars the same way. It wasn't, I didn't use the glossy paint, I just cut the stars out of the actual paper, and that was, it seemed to be better, but I still had to touch it up. And then I kind of dry brushed a circle around it, kind of like the white shadow there. I thought it gave a kind of cool effect, but there it is. Now it just needs to dry, and then the finish can go on, and that is it. All right, decided to put a kickstand on this to angle it back to make it display a little bit better. So it'll sit roughly about like that. Oh, whoa. But I didn't want to do your basic setup because, I don't know, I like to wing it and see what I can create. That's not your typical situation. So I figured out I'm gonna put this kickstand here. I got a hinge that will just stay like that. I'll put a little knob here, a little knob up here to twist and hold it, just in case they don't want it like that, and they can mount it on the wall or whatever. But it will be like that, and then I realize this is just gonna keep sliding and falling backwards. So a lot of people put chains, like on picture frames. You'll see like a chain that holds this here, and I didn't think there'd be enough tension. There'd be too much play and it'd wiggle, and yeah, and dealing with chains is just a whole nother monster. So I came up with this. This is a dowel from probably one of my various foam brush things. I like to save them just in case I need it. And sure enough, this will be the lock that goes in there. I gotta sand it down a little bit and put some paste wax on it to make it smooth, but I drilled in, oh, I'd say a little over halfway through here. And yep, all the way through on this one. And yeah, just gotta sand it down. Like I said, paste wax, and this should just lock right in place. And yep, not going anywhere. So that should work out just fine. Let's see. Look at that. Hey! There it is. Voila! I'm happy. I'm happy it works. That's pretty sweet. Yeah. So far, so good. I didn't really film any of this. I don't have a lot of space for the tripod because of this giant star that I'm making for my coworker. So it's 8 foot out of 2 sheets of plywood. And yeah, that's no video on that. You just have to follow me on Instagram to see the updates. But this I am extremely happy with. So should I do something at the back? Just finish it seems, I don't know. Might just wipe it down with stain or something. I'm afraid that might bleed through. What do you guys think? What should I or shouldn't I have done? This video will probably be posted when it's all done, so I don't know. Okay, so instead of, originally I was gonna add a knob, which was dumb. I just realized it was gonna stick out further back, and if they wanted to mount this with any one of these, it would ruin it basically against the wall. It would be leaning forward. And yeah, so I just drilled another hole to lock this up. So this then moves down here to lock it so you can tilt it back. And then I burnt this. I'm gonna do some stain, and then after that dries, paste waxed so that it slides in and out. But that's it for that. Then the finish for the whole thing, I'm just gonna use polyurethane so I can get some nice coats on it, make it nice and shiny, and you know, really pop, hopefully. And hopefully it dries all right, because it is getting chilly out. So we shall see. Might have to do some real work on it to get it where I want it. But we shall see. Okay, so basically I sprayed several coats of spray lacquer, and it's dried now. It's cured overnight, but it's still rough to the touch. Now, I didn't sand this completely around the edges, so that's kind of my bad, but it's still rough. It's like gritty, almost like sandpaper to the top. So you take this paper here, kind of scrunch it up, and you almost polish it. And you can see nothing comes off, but it is a lot smoother. It just kind of evens it out. So yeah. Yeah, what else? Another thing, I was gonna use wax with this, but I ended up spraying it as well with the lacquer just to give it some shine. This is the handle I painted, and it's the lock for the back for the kickstand. That was there's a little fun tip to get it to stand up to spray. There's a hole in the end there, and I used a drill bit and this binder clip thing. They do come in handy. Use it to hold the screen back, and I have a few in my shop vac to pinch the bag, so you can reuse the bag. You can empty it out. Very helpful. So this is now done and dried as well, and do a little test fit here after I polish the rest of the flag up. Okay, so back still looks pretty rough, but it's definitely nicer with the stain on, and it actually feels kind of smooth. I think that has a little bit to do with the stain. Yeah, so I might hit it with you know, a layer or two of the lacquer just to protect it from the future. Anything that might happen. Yeah. So, moment of truth. The lock. Does it fit? It actually slides in pretty alright. After the lacquer, it's kind of made it a little bit more smooth. And then down here and back in the hole. If I could hit the hole, that'd be great. There it is. And yeah, I mean, it looks all right. I think I'd like to put a chain so that, I guess it'll be in one or the other, so it doesn't matter. So it'll just be in the top or bottom. I think I'm still gonna put a little bit of paste wax on this too, just to make it slide a little bit better. It's pretty nice. I was gonna go a little bit bigger with the hole, but I didn't want it to be too loose that it would fall out. So it's a nice snug fit. Just gotta get some wax on there and it'll slide in and out. And that, I think, is it. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna do that lacquer here, and we'll get that done tonight and have it dry overnight. Yeah. Okay. I brought the flag inside because it's done for the most part, and I just had to finish it with this chain here so that this didn't dangle off the bottom. Yeah, it's just the right height, so if they decide to hang it on the wall, you're not gonna see it. it. It's done. It's finished.